What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Machiavelli, and I'm back with another reaction video, man. We got Sadhguru. I'm not going to make a fool of myself here. The reality. So without further ado, man, let's get it.
So now you're asking about something which is not going to be logically correct. So I am not willing to make a fool of myself here. We will know the surface of everything, but never the real source of everything or the core of everything. Right now, this brain, I'm not trying to downgrade it, it's a fantastic thing. Life need not be useful, it's a phenomena beyond our use. It is a phenomena to be experienced. We have come here to experience life, not to use life, isn't it so? Hello? Truth is a natural happening. If you invent it, that's called a lie. There should not be a compulsion about breaking the rules of the past. It is important that every generation looks at what is really needed, what is not needed. If we don't do that, as a culture, if you don't do it for hundreds of years, then you become stagnant. When you become stagnant, nothing works.
Humans always desire to know the truth, but our advanced technology presents information in a variety of ways that lead to the creation of different perspectives. According to research, one of the effects of technology is a change in the way people perceive themselves and their life.
Oh my God. I was just thinking about that this morning. Yo, if it's not… Wow. Wow. I thought I was the only person that was thinking like this. But now in today, society, because of social media, because of reality TV shows, that's got this world discombobulated. Like that's got this world diluted mentally. Because it's a lot of things that, people see on TV or see on Instagram and they just think, oh, that is facts.
If this influence continues, what kind of reality are humans building in their lives?
I see that point. Let me ask you, I'm curious what you think is reality out there, because I think you and I come from the same perspective that we're very limited in what we can actually see, and that an animal would see reality differently than you and I might see it differently also. If one of us has synesthesia, and so when we hear music, we see colors, things like that, then we might have very different realities.
Over the past 6 months, we have been investigating as well as exposing the truth behind all of these food processing plants.
So, what would it be like if you could get beyond the physical trappings?
So now you're asking about something which is not going to be logically correct. So I am not willing to make a fool of myself here. See, language can go only thus far, whether it's science or literature. It can go only that far. When you speak any language, it must make logical sense. If it does not make logical sense, people are leaving right now. Yes, because language is deeply enslaved to the fundamental logic which is a product of our intellect. Without it, we could not speak. There is a subjective reality and there's an objective reality. When I say subjective reality, I'm not talking about just your thought and emotions. What is sweet for somebody is bitter for somebody else, what's light for one person is darkness for another creature. So cognitive distinctions are there and cognitive confusion is there as what's that word about smell becomes a color and color becomes
Synesthesia.
something. Okay, whatever. So, these things are happening because you can impair these things or enhance these things with a little bit of chemical stimulation or injuries or diseases. So, our whole effort in the yogic system is how to keep it very equanimous and exuberant at the same time. To be equanimous and exuberant means your sense organs and you can function in a certain way. You are vibrantly alive but you're absolutely equanimous. If this one thing happens, suddenly your sensory perception will not be the limit for you. Do you remember when you were 2 or 3 years of age, when they tried to teach you that alphabet, the damn A, how complicated it was? It was so complicated just to get it right. You had to write 100 times to get it. Today with eyes closed you can do it. Because of a certain striving, isn't it? Similarly, anything beyond survival, if we have to have it in our lives, a certain striving is needed. There are other dimensions of perception which will not come into one's experience unless there is a certain level of striving. If survival is what we are seeking, sense organs are fine. But once you're looking at life as an exploration, you want to know life, not just live life, you want to know. When you want to know, 5 senses are no good. They are not sufficient faculties to know. When I say survival, everything that we're doing is survival. To survive better, to enhance our survival to a better status or in an enhanced way of survival process. But once you've come as a human being, it doesn't matter how well you survive, still it is not good enough, isn't it? It's never going to be good enough because survival is not going to fulfill a human being. It doesn't matter how big our homes get, how big
Right.
our cars get, how
Right.
energy efficient it gets, how better we dress, how better we eat,
Yep.
still we will feel it's not enough because
Exactly.
that's not the direction in which the life wants to go. Comfort and convenience will come, but well-being will not happen. The purpose of enhancing human experience on this planet will not happen. It will only entertain us intellectually big time, which it is, no question. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm saying it's limited. As I said, striving for inward perception is something, unfortunately, that's been banished in modern societies because we are on the thrill of technology. It's a fantastic thing, but you will see as time progresses, as technology becomes better and better, human beings will become more and more frustrated. If you have not noticed this, just look out and see, you will see 8-year-old, 10-year-old kids bored. In your generation or my generation, we would have never seen, we never knew what is damn boredom is. When you were 8 or 10, you were just bubbling with life and on, but today you see 10-year-old kids are just bored with it because they've seen the damn cosmos through their phone screen. They know it all. So I'm saying all this excess may not lead to betterment of life, and it will not.
Science and technology have made our lives more complex, but can life also be simpler? As new knowledge unfolds, how can traditions be preserved? While a survey shows that the older generation is regarded by the majority as the standard for moral values, younger people still need to find their own truth and develop values that are relevant to the future.
Yeah.
Let's talk about BetterHelp. If you ever feel anxious, depressed, stressed, overwhelmed,
That's facts, man, because a lot of what you guys see on social media and reality TV, that life might even… I get it, right? But at the same time, it's like, what… that might not even really be for you. I'm not saying don't try it out, but at the same time, what I'm saying is, just like how he said, it's going to be a point in time where nothing is going to be enough, no matter how big your fleet of card is, no matter how big your house is, it's never going to be enough. But it's crazy how this and being stagnant kind of connects with one another. But if you kind of think about what I just said and what he just said, it's like you'll never be satisfied. Even if you had all the money in the world, you still won't be satisfied. There's millionaires and billionaires who still aren't happy. Like when you guys think about, you know, Elon Musk buying Twitter, all these big people who have ridiculous amount of money and still trying to find ways to get more, even though they have it all. They could have it all, and it still won't be enough. So, the reason why I'm trying to connect that to stagnant in a way is because If you, let's say, you want this big luxurious lifestyle, but little do you know, you might just be fine. And a 9 to 5 might just be perfect for you. And just having a nice apartment or condo with a nice view and a reliable, safe car, rather than having 12 different cars. All of them are probably $200,000 plus and multiple mansions, like, and the designer clothes too, and all the jewelry in the world. Like, come on. You probably wouldn't even have to. Realistically, let's say some of these people, some of you guys did have those things. Realistically, you would be so busy trying to keep up the notes and the car payments and the insurance and the house and all the you would constantly be on the road traveling. You wouldn't have time to drive none of those cars. You wouldn't have time to enjoy life. You wouldn't have time to spend time with your loved ones. You wouldn't have time to be in this big luxurious house long enough, because you would constantly be on the move every single day. It doesn't stop. Same thing with you guys' favorite rappers or singers or celebrities. These people are constantly on the go. You know, that's how it works, man. In order to have these nice things and live that sort of lifestyle, it takes this. You're not just gonna get all the cars in the world, all the money in the world, the big houses, and you're just gonna live in all of it and not do anything. You're gonna constantly be on the road, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, barely being at home. Realistically.
So, should one follow the precepts of the past, or should one come to something new? There should not be a compulsion about breaking the rules of the past, nor there should be a compulsion that you must only do it the way of the past. It is important that every generation looks at what is really needed, what is not needed. Every day you must throw out the garbage, then only the house is clean.
Right.
Similarly, in our lives, many things that don't work, we must throw them out on a daily basis. If we don't do that, as a culture, if you don't do it for hundreds of years, then you become stagnant. When you become stagnant, nothing works. Truth is…
Exactly. So basically, if you're doing something and it's becoming afloat, it's elevating, it's getting up there, cool, fine, perfect, nothing wrong with that. But if you're doing something and this is not for you and it's not elevating at all, not even a little bit, it's just best to just throw it away and just try something else. Don't never just keep on with something and you're not gaining anything from it. I'm not saying do it for just just for recognition purposes or anything like that, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna do something and it doesn't elevate in no type, shape, form, or fashion, give it up. If it's elevating, cool. Rather, if it's even slowly elevating, cool. But I'm talking about if it's not budging at all, give it up.
This is a natural happiness.
It's a waste of time, man.
If you invent it, that's called a lie. Truth is not something that you invent, truth is something that you realize. Lie is something that you invent. So you don't have to say truthfully, naturally. What is natural is truth. Only if you see things just the way they are, not from a prejudiced mind, simply the way they are, then you will also come up with solutions every day, better and better solutions. If you cannot even see what is there because you have prejudiced opinions about everything, then how a solution will come when you don't even figure the problem? How will you come up with a solution? First and basic thing, this is not done. People think pursuit of happiness is to be achieved. You must be successful towards the end of your life. No, this is the very first thing, that you are joyful by your own nature. Now you have a functioning intelligence which is not encumbered by any compulsions. you are in pursuit of happiness means you are encumbered by all kinds of compulsions. I am joyful means you're not encumbered by anything. So first thing is to become joyful by your own nature. If you manage this, you have a functioning brain. Have you noticed this? When you're happy, you find solutions. When you're unhappy, you create problems.
Truth is difficult to identify, but by
Hey.
understanding the diversity of human thought, we can enjoy life without having to worry about what is the right or the wrong thing to do. Regardless of the different realities that cross our individual paths, truth can be lived by acknowledging our personal perceptions and adhering to the wisdom of the past. For more insights about understanding the realities of life, watch the video presented on the screen. Leave us a comment on your favorite part of this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.
That was the end of that video, man. If you guys like this video, give it a fat thumbs up. Like, comment, share, subscribe, Machiavelli Gang. We up out of here, man. I love you guys, man. You guys have a blessed one, a safe one. I'll catch you guys on our next one. Peace!